and I'm in charge of public affairs of LinkedIn. Previously, I've been engaged with some of the very similar content for the past 2.5 years, and for this past several years, we have witnessed fundamental changes in the industry, in all kinds of industries. And I'd like to share with you my observations from LinkedIn perspective. And this is the biggest network of the career and professions of the people, of individuals, and also the platform of pulling the talents together. And so it is really pertinent for us to engage with the topic that we're discussing today. For digital economy, it is very interesting to look up for some of the figure from the Line Ministry, from the Ministry of Education in 2022. The graduate students number in total is 10 million, and up by 10% year on year. And that is, of course, a credit or dividend from the enhanced or improvement of the education in China. On the other hand, we also have to look at the negative part, because the appetite for the employer's perspective has been highly constrained due to a lot of reasons that we know, and the criteria for the labor market has been pretty much becoming more stringent, and the macro environment both at home and abroad are also becoming more and more shrinked. And also the returnees from overseas, those students coming back to China, the number has surpassed 1 million for the first time. And for them, I think they're quite different with the background of education versus those educated in China. And when they are looking for their first job, they were faced with the asymmetry of information. This is the disadvantage of these people coming back to home. And the environment of the labor market, and also the criteria and the threshold for them to get a job in here, would see a lot of challenges. So with that, I think there are such a huge number of the graduates, and in the niche market, we can see there's still a huge gap of the talents. And according to the figure that we got in the digital talents in the next several years, the gap will be 11 million. And put it in a long run, before 2025, in the Internet of Things industry, we would have a gap of 11 million. In the single sector, in AI sector, about 5 million gap. So in here, we can see a lot of problems and issues roaming on. And more severely, the job seekers are everywhere. They could not find a right job with good salary and earn their bread. So the hotspots of the development and the very popular industries, they are looking for good talents, but in fail. So this is really something the enterprises and also the different platforms and industries need to discuss about the digital transformation, about the talents nurturing. There's a lot to say. In the past several years, we've been engaged with Tsinghua University and many other think tanks, sensing the pulses and the trends of the transformation, talking about the digital talents. As far as we know, in China and in Asia-Pacific region, the distribution of the digital talents versus that of the Europe and North America, which is quite different. And the digital talents is only focused in the telecommunications and the IT and so on and so forth. But in North America and Europe, their digital talents are located or allocated in the extensive number of the industries, including those traditional and incumbent industries. Why? Actually, this disparity tells us that the traditional industries, their digital transformation is more ready than that of China and Asia-Pacific regions. So likely, with the same trend, we can do the similar analysis even for those provinces with the sophisticated manufacturing sectors like Suzhou in Zhejiang province and Suzhou in Jiangsu province, and Shenzhen city in Guangdong province in Great Bay areas, with a huge number of talents featuring digital economy and technologies, while the speed of the conversion from the non-traditional to traditional industries is becoming accelerated right now. So it tells us that in the future, the opportunities, the big chunk of the opportunities going forward would lie in the traditional companies have the ability to attract the digital talents to come and work for them and retain these talents. And on the other hand, about the upskills of those talents, it involves a lot of talent skills. And when we're making conversation with the management from the Tsinghua University, well, they have developed a portfolio of approaches from the basic talents all the way to the industry featured talents. So for the basic, it refers to the talents engaged and specialized in software development. And for them, the characterization of their basic talents means that they have the ability to do the research and to find out the new pulses. And but for another part of the talents, that they would be more adaptive. But for another part of the talents, disruptive talents, in terms of the AI technology, big data, and the cloud computing, they are more cutting edge and they are at a more frontier area. Why we call them disruptive? Because these talents, they would have a stronger ability to emphasize the multiple scenarios adopting these technologies and application of these technologies, that they are actually the appliers and they are the matchmakers of the technologies itself in with those scenarios in the real life and in the specific and respective industries. So I think we need more of these disruptive talents versus the other or otherwise. That is one of the future trends of the talents. And due to time constraints, so much for me. And if you're interested in my topic, you can come to me with more conversation. Thank you, Chair.